Hey everybody, Malachi from Frase here. Today, I'm going to be talking about the new updates to your Frase dashboard. This update is completely changing the look of the dashboard while also making it faster to train in the backend. When you first log in, you're brought into your analytics page here. The first great change we've made is that you can now filter by a custom date range by clicking into this last 30 days button here, clicking custom, and then choosing your date range. Once that's selected, you can still filter by the unique users, total queries, self-resolution rate, and unknown answer rate. If you scroll down, you can still look at the URL sources from which the bot is being used the most, and the URL destinations that we're redirecting people to the most. Also under this Analytics tab is going to be Conversations. Now when you go into a conversation, you can see the full conversation directly within Frase. You can also see the little icons here that lets you know where the chatbot got the answer provided within this conversation. Once you're done looking through conversations, you can move on to consider training. Now we have three different types of questions when you look at this section here. Unknown, which means that the chatbot couldn't find an answer for it. Crawl, which means that the chatbot found this answer on a website it's crawling. And then trained, which isn't listed here, but it means that the chatbot found this answer because it's something that you previously trained. Now on this page, you can use the three dots on the side here to either preview this conversation and see the full conversation here, or you can dismiss and delete this question altogether. Now let's get into training. When you press the train button, you're now going to have two options: new dataset entry and variant of existing. If we go with variant of existing, this is just going to be you connecting this question to something you've previously trained. We'll go ahead and go with new dataset entry for this. Now, most of this section has stayed the same. You'll see a spot to choose your dataset, write out the questions and add variants, and a section to write out the actual answer. Now, once you've written this out, you can still bold, hyperlink, italicize, underline, or strike through in the answer box here. Below this are going to be your advanced customization options. Here you can add buttons to redirect users to a new site, or you can paste in an embed link to add that embedded content to the answer directly. Let's move on from training to customizing your chatbot's appearance under the Bots section. This Bots page should look fairly familiar, but editing a bot is going to look a little bit different. Let's go ahead and click in. When you first enter, you're going to be taken to the knowledge page. This is going to be you attaching your crawls and your datasets like you did previously. But if we click into configuration, it's a lot more interactive, so you can see things as they change. Under targeting, this is just going to be the URL your bot's appearing on, and then any pages you want to blacklist from that URL pattern. For style, this is where you can edit the name, color, and image for your chatbot. The great thing about this is that you can now see the changes live as you actually make them. If we change the color here, you can see the change that happens to the colors too. It's completely interactive. Now this is going to be present across all of these fields that you've used before. Another thing that's changed here under greeting messages is going to be chat greeting buttons. Now to set up a greeting button, all you need to do is type out the question you'd like to use as the greeting button. This will then ask the AI this question and provide that answer to the resident. This no longer needs to be trained before you attach it to a greeting button, which is great. You could just type it in, hit enter, and this button will appear on your chatbot. If you go down to email capture here and toggle this on, this is just going to be you setting your call to action messages. Once you're done setting up the bot, you can go ahead and move into knowledge here. And this is just going to be you setting up crawls or your trained answer datasets. Now, when you crawl, you could still crawl URLs, your RSS feed, or you can upload an Excel sheet of custom URLs you'd like to provide to crawl. Now, one final thing for those of you installing your chatbot yourself, the script can now be found under Settings, and that's it for the new dashboard update. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at team@frase.io or visit our help center at support.frase.io. Thanks!